Boxer and awesome broadcaster Paulie Malignaggi received a call from Team Conor McGregor to spar Conor McGregor for the Floyd Mayweather fight. Stay tuned. Boxingego here. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon on the top of your screen to get notified when the latest new content drops. What up, fight world? It's your boy Ego and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button, also subscribe to the channel. If you want to become part of the gang notification gang, hit the bell icon. Thank you to all the people who just contributed in donations, Patreon. We working. 2017 is a lot going on. August 26th, Mayweather versus McGregor. Some people want to see it, some people just want to see the build up, but the bottom line, we'll all be watching. If you're a fight fan, if you're a boxing fan, somehow, some way, whether you buy it, whether you go live, whether you stream it, you will probably watch this fight because curiosity killed the cat. And it doesn't happen often where you see two guys who are considered pretty primed, even though Floyd is, I'm not gonna say he's in his prime because he's 40 years old, but he's still undefeated and there still doesn't seem to be an easy solution on how to get rid of him and beat him up and, you know what I mean, take him out of his element, if you will. Now, I just posted the video. Floyd was on the double in bag, reflexes, timing looked crazy, and he just started his camp. Now the news broke that Paulie Malignaggi received a call from Conor McGregor. I don't know if it was him directly, probably not. It was probably his coach or his team. And the link's in the description. I seen there's a YouTube video. I don't know whose audio it is, so I can't play the audio for copyright reasons. I don't know whose stuff it is, but he was doing the interview and he was explaining that he received a call from Team McGregor and he was surprised because if you guys remember, when the whole Mayweather versus Conor McGregor before it became a reality, Paulie Malignaggi was like, he was like one of the first people that spoke up and said, I'll fight Conor McGregor. You know what I mean? And like I said, there's a lot of Oscar De La Hoyas and Bernard Hopkins, and in the Bay we say throwing salt. They're throwing salt on the game, you know what I mean? And saying this and that, but De La Hoya knows in his heart of all hearts because it's been proven. He stated this. He came outside of a nightclub. He did multiple interviews after that where he said he would love to work with Conor McGregor and match his fighter, his cash cow, his prized possession with Golden Boy, the biggest earner at Golden Boy, Canelo I was born ready Alvarez, with Conor McGregor. That says it all. So all this stuff Bernard Hopkins is saying the fight should be free, just don't watch it. Focus on Canelo Golovkin. I'll be watching both. I'm a diehard boxing fan, as you know. This started off as a hobby for me, and then it grew through pure passion and great fans. But back to Paulie Malignaggi, he offered to fight Conor like in a pro fight, but obviously that didn't happen. Conor had his sights on like a Pacquiao Mayweather, you know, in a big name if he's going to cross over. Fighting Paulie wouldn't really make sense. I think he got stopped in his last fight in the UK. But him sparring with Conor McGregor, I like the idea. Paulie is a thinker in there. Paulie has a very underrated jab. And ultimately, Conor McGregor needs to get all the boxing looks that he can get, because MMA is different, UFC is different, the glove size is different. You're not the A side for once. Every UFC promotion, he's pretty much been the A side. Obviously, I'm referring to not when he first came into the UFC, but since he got his chest tatted, until I got the thug life tatted on my chest, can you feel me? Ever since he got the ink, and he's been Conor McGregor, the notorious, he's been the man. So at least since Chad Mendez and probably even a little bit before that. He's doing good numbers in the UFC, but this is going to be new. And according to him and his team, his trainer John, they're saying they like being the underdog. Anytime his back's against the wall and he's being mocked, that brings the best out of them. That's what they said. So pulling Paulie Malignaggi, I didn't necessarily see it coming, but it's a good move. I mean, to a degree, there is no Floyd Mayweather. Let's just put it out there. So, I mean, Paulie He's a boxer with a level of slickness. He has an amateur pedigree. I don't think he has the type of snappy power Mayweather has. Even though Mayweather hasn't produced a knockout in a little bit, him and Pacquiao, they still have power. Like, you know what I mean? Pacquiao, we all know he has power, but with Mayweather, he still has respectable power at welterweight and even at 154, because if he didn't, guys like Canelo at 152 should just blow through him. He was like 13 years younger. He's bigger, stronger. Guys like Cotto, De La Hoya, they should just run through him. But obviously, it's a multitude of different things he's doing in there. Plus, Shane Mosley already compared Floyd's power. So, I think Floyd has enough power to keep someone honest, especially if boxing is not your forte. So that's the only difference. Paulie Malignaggi is not really the biggest puncher, but in terms of boxing fundamentals, amateur background, a lot of experience, he has all that stuff. He has a good jab, like I said, experience. He fought win, lose, or draw. He's been in there with Miguel Cotto, Ricky Hatton, Zab Judah, Sean Porter, right? Adrian Broner. Ah, man, you know, AB ain't beating him, right? He's been in there with all those guys. So his resume is very deep. Slept on. Sinchenko. So I like this. I like Conor McGregor's team. The other thing I like this shows is Conor, for as big of a star as he is, some people become too prideful and they don't, oh, I'm like, I hate to do this to her, but it's just so easy. Ronda Rousey. Reports surfaced that she made her sparring partner sign non-disclosure, confidentiality, gag order agreements, confidentiality agreements, whatever. They couldn't hit her in the head and stuff. That's egotistical, no pun intended. That doesn't even make sense to me, because how can, if you never take punches, how can you even expect to take Amanda Nunes's punches with them small ass gloves on fight night? Or Holly Holm, a well-trained, schooled boxer who also did kickboxing and then is an MMA fighter. That just is stupid. That doesn't make sense. So to me, I like this because I think in a situation like Conor, people are counting him out. You gotta do whatever. You have to put pride aside and do what's right. And if that means calling the actual boxer, some people would try to fight good strikers. You know what I mean? Like a good striker in the UFC has nothing to do with a great boxer or a good boxer. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you guys get what I'm saying, but I've seen that where like MMA fighters, they would probably just go resort to someone who had a little bit of boxing schooling and they were good strikers. Like, let's say, I don't know, like Cody Garbrandt, he has a good stand-up game. He did some boxing. That is not the same as fighting someone who does nothing but boxing. Certain nuances and stuff. So I like this from Conor McGregor. I gotta be honest. I like it just for the simple fact is he's kind of putting pride aside and getting someone from the actual arena of boxing. Obviously, like I said, sparring is sparring. There is no Floyd Mayweather, so Paulie Malignaggi can't even do some of the stuff that Floyd does. That's a fact. You know what I mean? And if it wasn't a fact, then he wouldn't have lost to Cotto, a guy that Floyd beat at 154. And I think Paulie Malignaggi damn near had a broken jaw in that fight. So, I mean, there's no shade to Paulie. I've interviewed him a couple of times. He's a great dude. But, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, he can just do the best he can do. But I like Paulie's spirit in the interview. He's talking about, yeah, I'm not going to be leaking a bunch of information because I'm a team player. And I'm not going to put him out there. Like, you know what I mean? So, basically, like, the Chris Van Herdeen situation got ugly. Because from what Van Herdeen said, Conor McGregor, they said he didn't want to get filmed at all, and then Conor's people or whatever wanted to film it, and then they released a doctored up version where it edited all his good shit out, and it just showed him getting hit, like whatever Conor did in the sparring session, so it looked like a highlight of him getting his ass whooped. So he's like, nah, man, that's foul. I didn't even want this recorded in general. I was just trying to help him out. So he released the whole sparring tape, and it got a lot of people talking like, man, Conor didn't look great in that boxing. But Paulie said he's not trying to do nothing like that. Sparring, what's done in the gym stays in the gym. So overall, it's a solid move. I mean, there's not too many people that would probably be willing participants that he could get to give him what Floyd does. I mean, who's he gonna get? Devin Haney or somebody? But Devin Haney, as terrific as he is, he's still coming. So Floyd, he just has years and years upon years of knowledge. So I can't really think of anybody in the game. I mean, Terrence Crawford, but I don't even really think Terrence Crawford fights like Floyd. Floyd doesn't stay southpaw for 6 rounds, at least, especially this part of his career. So, I mean, each fighter is his own fighter. Paulie's a solid boxer all around, and sparring is sparring. So, solid move from Team McGregor. Makes the fight more interesting. Let me know what you guys think. Drop it in the comment section. Make sure you share the video, like the video as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego signing. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button. And you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxingego, the future of boxing.